Hello, welcome back to Flash Tutorials with Alan Becker. Today we're going to talk about flaming rip marks, such as this one. Similar to the one seen in Animator 3. If I scroll back here. Yeah, so I got a request for how to make these flaming rip marks. So I will run through the basic steps to do something like this. Okay, so let's say you have a basic object that you want to cut up. So let's start with a new document. So I'm going to click on the stage and then click on this background color, change it to black, because black would look better with what we have. And then I'm going to grab a, let's see, metal box picture, which I found from Google, and then I'm going to drop it on. So it looks like we have to cut this out. So how do we do that? We right click, click break apart, go to the pen tool right here, and then just click, 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 click all the way around your shape. So of course you don't have to use a picture, you can use whatever you want. And it looks like this line that I'm about to make is already multicolored from the last test run that I did, so that's okay. Then we just click the outside, delete, double click the line. Oh, it's not gonna work. Select everything and then go to no stroke. So there's our shape. So if we look here, you'll notice that I have a simple cutting animation. So we'll just do that really quick. Make a new layer first. Extend this frames to, I don't know, 23, and then make a new empty frame, and then take your brush tool, set the color to white, and then just draw a line like that. Then you take the first frame, press F6, take your eraser tool, erase a little bit. Oops. First we want to lock this layer. Okay, and then erase, and then click F6 again, make a little bit more. F6 again, make a lot. F6 again, make a little, and then F7 to make a blank keyframe. So then we take these frames and we go to modify, let's see, timeline, reverse frames, and that will make it look like this. So it's a simple way to make a cut. And then we're going to want to make an empty frame here, so it's like that. So it looks pretty weak, so I'm going to add a simple flash with two empty frames here and then a rectangle over the whole thing. And it'll only expose for one frame, so it'll look like this. Alright, so we have our cut. Now all we need to do is cut up this thing. So what's going to happen is that as soon as this gets cut, we're going to make a new keyframe and then separate this into two symbols. So until then it's going to be just one symbol. In fact, I'm going to convert this to a symbol just so we have a symbol. And then when it gets cut, maybe I can move this a little later, and then F6, and then we're going to want to break it apart so it's back to itself. And then what we take is the pencil tool and just draw. Okay, wait, I'm going to change this to black. And pencil tool, and make a basic jaggedy line. You want it to be pretty jagged because you want the flaming rip marks to be jagged as well. So now we split it up. We've split it up into two pieces. So we take the first piece and go convert to symbol with F8, and then call metal box top. Take the bottom one and then call it metal box bottom. So once that happens, we have two pieces 1, 2, and we want to separate them onto different layers. So we're going to add a new layer, put the top one on top. So I'm going to press Control X to cut it, press F7 to make a new empty keyframe, and then Control Shift V to paste it in place. So if we look at our previous animation here, you'll notice that let's see, the bottom piece has flames, or the scorch marks, and the top piece has flames on it. So we're going to do the same thing. The bottom piece is going to have glowing parts, so I'm going to double click on it, go to my ink bottle tool, which is going to help me just paint strokes, like outlines over things. So I'm just going to make it red, and then zoom in, click it again, and then click on the border. So you want to make sure that it is about like 3 pixels. If it was 1, it's going to look pretty weak. So yeah, first we want to get rid of the border edges, so I'm going to delete that, and then I can double click the rest, and it will delete everything else. So now I double click this, change it to 3, and then I'm going to change its color. Let's see. Make sure you have stroke selected up here, not fill, and then you go to linear gradient, and I already have one all pre-set up. Let me just start from scratch just to make it easier. So let's say you have simple color here. You add points by clicking, and then add a red. Let's say you add a dark red. You add another like red here. Maybe stick that right there and make it very evened out. You can add as many as you want. Okay. Next, you want to make it animate. If you notice, it animates here. The colors change. So we're going to do the same thing. First, we want to separate this line from the background image. So I'm going to make a new layer, and then double click this, Control X, and next layer, Control Shift V. Then we're going to extend it several frames, make a new keyframe here, because we want to make it loop through a series of shape tweens, which will control the color basically. So I'm going to make a keyframe here and a keyframe here, and then just change the order of these colors. Just change them around until it's very different. So then we change it here as well. Make that there, put that there. I don't know. Put that there and that there. Yeah, that looks good. So then we just select all these and then shape tween. So when we play it back, it should loop, and it does. Okay. So we go back here, and then it has those things on it. Now we want the top to jump up and catch fire. A simple animation to make this jump up is just make it go up, and then make it go back down, and then add some more frames here and make it slide down. I'm pressing the arrow keys, so let's see, just make it all the way down like that, and we're going to want to make it fall down on its side like it does here. Boom. So let's see, what we have to do if we want to rotate it is change the anchor point. Otherwise, if we make it fall down, it might not look realistic. I'm gonna just test that out. See, the bottom kind of changes. So undo that, and since we do want the anchor point, if the anchor point changes, it's going to be some things messed up. So I'm going to make a new keyframe, change the anchor point, and then make sure that it's the same here. So I'm actually going to clear that and then do that, or F6 to keep the anchor point, and then make it drop down, and then make it bounce. F6, F6 in the middle, bounce up, and then just make a ton of classic tweens. Whoop. So it looks pretty unrealistic without eases, so let's add some eases. Ease out to go up, ease down or ease in to go down, and then ease in to slowly slide down, and then ease in to go down and bounce. Yeah. Alright, so now we want to add flames to this guy. I can just copy one of these flames from here. I'm going to press Control C, and I'm going to provide the animation in the FLA file in the link in the description. So I'm going to press Control V, and it's right there. Let's make it aligned and delete it. It'll still be in our library right there, but we want to put it inside this symbol. So I'm going to double click that, make sure it has enough frames so it can loop properly. As I remember, it has 12 frames in each of these animations. So I'm gonna stick this on there, rotate it, shrink it down, and then hold down Alt, and then copy. Yeah, click Alt and click to make more of them. So it looks like they're all very uniform, so we want to break them up a little bit by clicking on them, going to the properties, going down to looping, change the first frame to a different frame, 1 to 12. So I'm going to make this one 5, make this one 9, make this one 3, make this one 6, make this one 4, and this one 11. So now they're all slightly different. Okay, so now it should look like it's getting cut, and there are instantly flames on it. And you can just make it drag out as long as you want, so you can see those flames burn. So that is a basic tutorial on making flaming rip marks, and the technique that I came up with. So have fun with that. I will provide the FLA file in the description. Until next time, I will see you guys later.